Let me get this straight. Your dad stole $10 million from the Russian mob.
And a Lamborghini.
Average Joe is about a blue-collar plumber, Joe Washington, who finds out that his recently deceased father, Teddy, was a drug mule for the Russian mob. The show is set in Pittsburgh, and we started talking to a lot of folks that I know who have worked in Atlanta before, and they said Atlanta can double for anything.
The goals are trying to find the right places in this city that match or look like a similar feel to Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh is a little bit grittier. We wanted to show some areas that sort of like other side of the track style of Pittsburgh. And I think Atlanta does have that, where it has a lot of different neighborhoods that can address certain needs.
One of the first locations they took me to was what ended up being Joe's house. And it was incredible in that it looks identical to my mom's house, which is just outside of Pittsburgh. My mom's house that she grew up in is on a middle street in suburban Atlanta, and it's the greatest thing in the world.
Everyone will always say the original way to come to Atlanta is the tax credit, but then once you get here, you realize that there's so much more.
A lot of the reasons that people have strong tax incentives, they may not have a strong crew or cast in the area. It's sort of designed to help you pay to bring people in. And in Georgia, the great thing is you don't need to bring people in. You really get to save the money to put it back into your production.
The average Joe needed stunts, prosthetics.
On three, okay?
I'm sorry. Oh, that's good.
You know, special effects. The immediate thought from producers are you have to bring them in, but on Average Joe, we were able to source everything here locally.
Never having worked in Atlanta before, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. Every department on this show had to be excellent. That was the only criteria. The people here are craftspeople. They take great pride in what they do.
Tonight we're mounting a dummy body on the front of a truck because one of our Russian mobsters gets hit. So I just took a life cast of one of the stunt performers and made a silicone rubber likeness of him. Eyes and teeth and hair and everything.
The goal for Average Joe was to find creative ways to kill people in every episode. It created a large task for our stunt coordinator, James Hutchison. His team of all local stunt players did an amazing job of choreographing intense stunt sequences that I think the audiences are really gonna enjoy.
Stop!
I have never felt so much hospitality as I have here in Georgia. Not only that, but the crews are incredibly smart and incredibly collaborative. I've had one of the best experiences being here in Georgia than I've had in my directing career.
We always look at our projects and figure out how we can come to Georgia before any place else.
I'd come back here in a second. I would make a show here in a second. You wouldn't have to ask me twice. It's genuinely one of the best places I've ever worked.